Glad to see you made it back safely. What? Isn't it better that I waited for you? It's kind of a nice little tradition at this point. It'd be rude if I didn't. Come on. 95 years is nothing. I'm not that impatient. No, you see, I'm actually glad that you got to live out a nice long life this time around. Better than dying to something stupid like a car crash or an illness. Well, Dad says it's a waste of resources to reincarnate people that young. New lives don't come cheap, you know. And besides, you don't get to use bad circumstances as an excuse this time. You had decades to find your soulmate, and yet you still couldn't do it. Seriously? Of course your soulmate's been out there this whole time. Dad's not that cruel. Maybe you knew them. Maybe you didn't. Not my problem that you never figured it out. And now, why would I tell you who it is? I'm not here to prop up my competition. You know, regardless of how many times you hypothetically met this person, I can promise you that it doesn't hold a candle to how long I've liked you. Well, it's not like mortals can look into the entire lives of others, so it's not exactly a fair game. For the record, I didn't look at everything. Just a little peek on occasion to make sure that you weren't living a bad life. You know, I wish I could just show up in the mortal realm and fix all your problems for you. But Dad would probably erase me from existence for meddling. Things could get out of hand pretty easily, and I might accidentally kill someone before it's their time. He'll let me learn how to do it properly one day, after I experience the traditions of death like a mortal does with their soulmate, or whatever. Yup. Unfortunately, you and I are in the same boat. Can't cross over into the nicer parts of the afterlife and take over my section of the family business until I find a soulmate of my own. At least give me some credit. I'm not just trying to use you to get my free pass. Believe me, you haven't seen the sort of stuff my sisters have tried to pull to convince mortals to like them. And yet they still don't learn, even after Dad calls them out on it. For one, we can't just lie and tell mortals we're their designated soulmates. They'll just end up getting a rude awakening if they try to cross over, so there's no point. Designated, meaning your mortal soulmate. Doesn't mean that I can't become one for you. You just have to willingly forsake your old one, that way your ties get severed, and then you agree to be mine. Nah, don't worry about it. Your old soulmate will just be assigned to someone else. Kind of a pain with all the extra work, but it's up to you. You really want me to sell myself short, don't you? Yes, it'll be harder for you to find a soulmate here because you're going to have to work for it. Your designated one just clicks much more easily than anyone else. That and trying to get a new designated mortal soulmate is leagues more difficult than asking for a new reincarnation. Let's just say that Dad doesn't appreciate it when you think he made the wrong choice for you. Well, he makes exceptions for cases like this because his children are way better than any mortal ever could be. So becoming my soulmate is the biggest compliment you could ever give him. Come on. Being a god's sweetheart has gotta be a lot cooler than being a mortal's. Hey, it's not the same for me. There's no other gods around to love like that. Besides, I think you're really cute. I guess it would be hard for me to judge which is better. But the same goes for you, no? I mean, if you spent all that time in the mortal realm without someone to love, there's not much that can be done but to try and start the search all over. Please don't. I'd rather you stay here and get to know me better. I know you plenty, so it's only fair. I want you to find happiness. Truly, I do. But I'd rather it be with me. Dad at least binds all mortals to someone. You'd probably find your soulmate eventually. Kind of a cruel joke that we don't get any. But it wouldn't be fair. And it's a lesson to be learned. Can't create bonds between humans if we can't do it ourselves. Right? Just because he doesn't give us a soulmate doesn't mean that we can't fall in love. I mean, that's kind of the point, isn't it? If we didn't, then we wouldn't truly understand how the afterlife works. And we wouldn't be able to help him do his job of giving people the fates that they want. No, not everyone wants to find a romantic partner, but that's why. That's why not all soulmates are romantic. For some people, it's a friend, or a pet, or someone else. This probably wasn't what you wanted to hear. I'm sorry. I can't be specific about yours. If I did, you'd probably know in the back of your head that that's what you're looking for in your next life. It's not fair for everyone else, you know? The only thing that I can tell you is I'd like to be romantic with you. I can give you that if you want a guarantee. Really? I promise it's not just for a cool position working for my dad. If my feelings weren't real, then we wouldn't be able to get past the gate onto that other side anyway. So I guess that would be your proof. The thing is, you'd have to love me too. Take as long as you need to get to know me. You don't have to leave. Dad might mind after a while, but that's only if you keep your soulmate waiting for too long. There's no point in putting them through a needlessly cruel cycle of going through several lives, never finding you because you never went back to the mortal realm. If you decide to be with me, you better cut your ties soon so they can be assigned to someone else. I don't mean right now, but soon. Give me at least some time to win you over. I don't want you to decide it's not for you in just a day. I'd feel really bad if I were the reason that you had to sacrifice so much to find a new mortal soulmate. So don't make any hasty decisions. Give it a little time. No more than a few years. Some soulmates don't even live that long. So do it for them until you're ready to truly let go. A few years is nothing for me, which means I need to start hustling. 1 or 2 to sell you on an eternity? It's a lot of pressure. I don't know if the other times we've met really count, but I'll take that as a start. Maybe after all those lifetimes, you've started to appreciate the afterlife a little bit more. Maybe me too.